Welcome back, everybody, to the Oakland A's franchise, where today we will see the professional debut of generational starting pitcher Joe Michael. We've been excited about him ever since drafting him in Season 2. We've gone through his spring training games, and now he's finally playing down at the Double-A level. He's an 82 overall. He should be absolutely dominating this level of competition, and we'll find out today if that's how his journey in the organization begins. Expectations are high. I'd love for him to join our rotation at some point this year at the big league level, but we're going to see if he can dominate his way through Double-A and Triple-A first. But we enjoyed a fun 2-0 start to the season last episode, winning 2 one-run games against the Miami Marlins. We still don't think we're going to be a playoff team this year or anything close. I'm hoping to be 70 wins. I'd be pretty happy with that progress and getting some more young guys playing at the major league level and hopefully playing pretty well. But we're going to start today's episode with our first scouting session of the season. And this year I have a few new focuses in mind. So we've done a really good job adding some starting pitching talent to this organization, but I'd like to do a better job at either relief or closing pitcher, whatever the stronger feel is for this draft class. And then I'd also like to look into shortstops this year and third baseman. It's going to be way more focused on the infield because we've built up a lot of depth now, it seems, in the outfield. It's just not so clear what the future of this organization is at short and third base. Darrell Hernaiz made his debut last episode, and he's a terrific defensive shortstop, but I just don't know about the offense with him yet, and with only C potential, we should be keeping our options open. Zach Geloff is one of our best third base prospects, but he's not really above average at anything yet that you'd think gives him a major edge long term. Nobody's above a 70 overall at third base in the organization, and nobody's above a 72 at shortstop. We did pick up Christian Arroyo. He's playing third base this year, but he's certainly not this long-term option. At least I wouldn't think so at this stage. I mean, maybe he could become that. But that's going to be our focus this year. I'd really like to strengthen our bullpen and find some young infielders to continue building around. I think we've done a pretty good job with our first 2 draft classes, and we need to make sure we hit this year as well. So it has us picking number 3 yet again, and then 38 and 41. And the number 1 prospect looks to be Vinny Gomez from Venezuela. He's an outfielder. And sure, if we were still in line at number 3 to take the best player and they happen to be an outfielder, then we're just going to do that. Setting the needs is really the plan for everything beyond that early pick. If you're picking as early as we are, you just take the best, highest ceiling player that's there, but everywhere else we'll start to focus more on the weaknesses. Bullpen is a definite area of focus, and it's not likely I'd address this spot at number 3, but anything afterwards I think is certainly in play. I want to get a feel for how good relievers are versus the closers, and I've been seeing so many closers that are ranked in the top 5 of these draft classes, and they are going pretty early. You just get way more options when it comes to relievers, so I'll probably scout relievers in total, and then identify individual closers to try to get more info on. I've been getting a pretty good feel for the drafting and scouting features in this game, so I don't think this will take too much time to set up. It looks like the international and eastern regions are going to give us the best relief talent, it looks like, near the top of this class. And then looking at third base and shortstop just to see, could somebody be there at number 3 that fits this need? Well, Joseph Farr is the number 4 ranked player, at least initially. He's in junior college right now and projects to have really good contact skills, but might not have the power that you'd like to have at a corner infield spot. And then defensively, very strong arm, could have decent speed. That's the range there, 61 to 85, isn't really a useful range when it comes to speed, but he's somebody that could be in play. And then Sam Martins is the number 12 player. So both are from Kansas. And then we got Pedro Villa. Ideally, I'd like to get a blend of power and contact out of this third base spot, but looks like we have a few options here for how we want to scout these third basemen, and I think that we'll probably cover at least 3 regions for this position. The top shortstop looks to be Steven Coleman. He's only in high school right now and projects to have good vision. Coleman looks to have really good contact, vision, and the defense, there's some ranges there that look pretty elite, but not as many shortstops checking in here in the top even 100. So maybe it's not the strongest position, or maybe I have to do a bit more discovery here. And I'm keeping my 3 scouts because I've liked the blend of skills that we have here for scouting, and I feel like this year it might be a little bit easier because our relief focus, I think, will be pretty simple. And then Leo Ikeda, who normally scouts pitchers, will also be able to help us with position players, I think, in like the later parts of the season. And we can go all in then on shortstops and third basemen after uncovering a lot of pitcher data. So how I'm going to use our lower rated scout right off the bat is to focus just on these closers and start to get a bit of progress there. And we'll begin with the lefty Eric Gaudio from Texas. All right, it's back to baseball now, and Joe Michael will make his debut on Thursday the 3rd. So we are simulating our way there, and the season opens for the A's with a sweep of the Miami Marlins, a 7-2 win this time around. We get our first homers of the year from Nick Gordon, Teoscar Hernandez, and Nick Madrigal goes yard. Might be the only one he hits all year, so savor the moment. Ken Waldichuk goes 7 innings, allowing just 2 runs. We've gotten 3 excellent starts in this first run through our rotation. So now we take on the Tampa Bay Rays. Fujinami's got some back pain, but he'll be okay. And we're 4-0. Lose to the Rays. And let's do a quick player lock game just to see if we can open this year with 2 straight series victories. You don't want to look too far into your success in April, but, this would be an exciting moment for us if we do open the season 5-1. I mean, we have not had much success in this series. And the guy we're going to be focused on in this matchup is going to be Tyler Soderstrom, because I feel like he's becoming one of the faces of this offense. And there is Soderstrom entering with a .350 average, a home run, 5 RBIs, and a pretty tough matchup here in Shane McClanahan, the dominant lefty for Tampa. And that's at the top of the zone, strike 1. So Soderstrom, I think we've all noticed in the recent episodes since he's been called up late last year, the ball absolutely explodes off the bat when he makes contact, and I've really enjoyed getting used to hitting with him, as this one will not sneak through, and he's gone on 3 pitches. He's got tremendous opposite field power, and I wonder, is there a specific quirk with him? How do I open up the batter player card from this menu? I was getting some feedback on that. It keeps opening up McClanahan's. Soderstrom doesn't have any quirks. I think it's just the swing timing that I've had, where it's been a little bit late, and he's got good enough opposite field power to muscle a lot of extra bases to left field. We're tied at 1 here in the 4th inning. McClanahan jumps ahead 0-2 again. Just outside, trying to battle back and maybe get something to hit. And jammed over behind third base, and the shortstop takes care of it. We'll jump ahead to the 9th inning, and we are in the bullpen facing Pete Fairbanks, and it's a 2-run game now. The Rays on the brink of taking this series, unless Soderstrom can do something about it. Twisting foul and too much carry. Yep, just late on all these swings, unfortunately. Well, that didn't go well, and McClanahan shut us down. The Rays win the 2nd series of the season. Adam Engel went 4 for 4 with a homer, and we lose. Okay start, though, for Soroka. I mean, he went 6, only allowing 2. That's a tough one to take the L on. But here's what I've been looking forward to. Joe Michael at Double-A making his professional debut. He is on the road to the majors now officially. I guess this is Joe Michael's road to the show getting underway. And I plan on, giving you the first start with Joe and keeping up with him at Double-A. And hopefully it doesn't last very long. But then we'll go to Triple-A if all goes well and take it over from there. But Joe Michael has a very good fastball, throws a changeup and a curveball as well. But he's definitely a fastball-focused pitcher. And his control is the main thing that we're worried about. Like, he's got really good stuff, swing and miss stuff that did well in the spring training games. But when contact was made, there was a lot of damage done. And he does struggle at times keeping the ball in the ballpark. And his control is a little shaky. So we want to establish that fastball early on, and his first pitch is outside strike, or ball one. I haven't seen it happen yet, but he can get up towards 100 miles per hour. There's 98. Michael behind 2-1, and over the middle, and drilled down the line foul. See if we can overpower him here. Backed him off the plate, 3-2. Michael got that one up to 99. We're going to stay with the fastball here. And he misses outside, walking the first batter. He faces for Midland. And now a base hit into center. And already 2 on. Catching way too much of the plate here with some of these pitches. And again, that one goes right down the middle when I'm wanting that more on the corner. Haven't thrown the curve yet. We'll try it here. It's a good place to miss. There you go. Keep it on the edge, and I think you're going to have a lot more success here with that fastball. 1-2. Soft ground ball could be 2. Got him. Michael gets the 5-4-3 double play to go his way, and now hopes to strand the runner at third base. Ooh, again. I mean, he's just throwing these right down the middle. That's not going to get the job done. That's better. Got him with the fastball at 99, and Michael picks up his first Double-A strikeout and gets around the first 2 base runners reaching. Let's see if we can do a little bit better here in the second inning, and there's a player with a lot of big league experience, Darren Ruff. Gotta tell you, there ain't a whole lot to look at here with that brick backstop. Nice play at short. Holy cow, that was amazing. That was a really nice play. And that was Uribiel Angelis, who plays really good defense. And that's his #1 strength, but contact doesn't look bad. I don't know what his potential is off the top of my head, but there's enough there to where you think he's got a chance at some point. He's got speed, decent vision and contact, good defense. I think we have a few guys in the organization, mainly in the infield, that do offer a bit of contact, maybe not a ton of pop, and then they play all right defense. And it's just a matter of who ends up separating and taking their game further. A ton of unknown with those guys. Michael jumps ahead of Brett Johnson, and he chases the changeup. Recovered, strike 3. There's 2. So here's the sequence there from Michael, and that's where you'd like the pitches to be. Maybe that changeup, is a little too low for some hitters to swing at, but just don't throw it right down the middle. Here is Blaze Alexander, and that's a good strike over the inside edge. And it's lined into right, drifting toward the line, and it's foul. Michael already getting a couple strikeouts, and now ahead 1-2. Got him with a perfect fastball on the outside corner. One thing that's nice as well is that wasn't the greatest bunt attempt I've ever seen, but Michael's also a lefty, and we have a lot of right-handed pitchers in the organization, so that's right by him. And the play is made by Angelis. So if all goes well with Michael, we have that nasty lefty arm in our rotation. This one's pulled into left. He turned on it pretty well, and this is going to leave the building. I don't know. I think you just got to tip your cap to him on that. That's the 9-hitter turning on a pitch inside that wasn't a strike and mashing it for a home run. And so, like I've mentioned, Joe Michael's home run numbers are going to be something we focus on because that's a weakness of his. So, you know, giving up a home run like this is pretty unfortunate. But hey, we get that first one out of the way here at Double-A, and it's a 1-1 game. Not expecting just to go shut him out with 11 strikeouts here, but was kind of hoping that might happen anyway. Yeah, that changeup is getting thrown in the dirt quite often. The fastball is the main one he's had command of. The curve really isn't there yet for him. Don't trust him to throw it for a strike right now, so it's kind of a 2-strike only pitch. And you know what? We're going to throw it right here. 2-2. Missed outside. Michael, the payoff pitch, 3-2. Missed outside. He walked Tawa for a second time. And now, is that a busted bat? Okay, it was a pop-up. I couldn't really tell what went on there. And nailing the outside there at 97. Still have not seen him hit that triple-digit mark, and not sure we will in this one. Jammed. That might fall in. It does. And a base hit to left field. We'll see if they wave him around. Here comes the runner. And he is out at the plate. Thank you very much. Keeping that run from scoring. Sometimes you got to have that good defense behind you, and Michael catches a break there, still allowing just the 1-3. And we head bottom 4. Darren Ruff climbs the ladder and falls behind 0-2. Might be a good count to work on that curveball now. That's a perfect one from Michael. That was nasty. I feel pretty confident in Michael, although I think that where his weaknesses are might lead to a bit of a shaky start. It's just hard to say with some of these guys. There's very few definitive things in the show, and all you can do is try to get good players in good positions to succeed. And I don't want to rush Michael. I'm hoping that maybe... Ooh, that's a good curve again. Grounded to third. I'm hoping that as he makes some starts here at Double-A and Triple-A, that we see some development to those weaknesses. And I forget where I did the training with him. I have manually set all the training for everybody as of last episode. And I think with Michael is either going to be the control or the home run per 9, but... they kind of both go hand in hand at times. There you go. Good fastball on the outside. Work this count full, and now up and in. Missed again, ball 4. So we've had some walks and some sharply hit balls here with Joe Michael. Very similar to what we saw in spring training. There's a soft grounder, and Michael's going to finish off the 4th inning. All right, here's Wildred Patino, who took him yard last time. And this time, the fastball's in there for strike 1. No way he does it again, right? Pitch 58, off the outside. There's a line drive to center, and it is an easy play. All right, let's avoid walking the number 1 hitter here for a 3rd time. Tim Tawa. Hasn't really swung the bat today, I don't think. 2-1 from Michael. Down the middle and fouled off. Count is even. Michael gets the ground ball to short. And a good throw on to first. Pitch count's in a really good spot, though. I hope they let him go pretty deep into this game if this keeps up. 0-2. Just low. How do you let that one go? 1-2. Curveball got him. Not where we wanted it to end up, but that works as well. That's a tough pitch to hit, right? 4 hits allowed for Joe Michael, 1 home run, and he will pitch into the 6th inning. Not yet at 70 pitches. Gotta say, so far, it's been a successful debut. Doing a pretty good job getting ahead of hitters right now as well and getting these soft ground balls. In those early innings, he was throwing them right over the middle too often, but he's kept the ball down, gotten some good ground outs. A little more nervous when the ball is lifted. And that curveball misses low, so he has fallen behind again. I forget how many walks he's at here, like 3 or 4, and that will add on to it. There you go, and getting ahead of the next batter is the most important thing. 0-2. Ruff lifts it and crushes it to right center. This one is gone. Darren Ruff, 2-run homer, and Michael has allowed his 2nd of the day. Neither pitch was one where I expected anything like that. So they've homered off pitches that were inside, not in the zone. It was still elevated. And this one, I think he hit his spot even. Wasn't that low where it was supposed to be? Yeah, I mean, that's not what I expected. That's lower third of the zone. So let's see if Michael can finish off the 6th inning and hopefully not allow any more base runners. One thing you love as well is he has elite level stamina already. So, a lot of pitchers I've used in this game, it seems like more and more you see staminas in like the 70s. But Michael's at like a 92. So, he's sitting right now at 83 pitches, and he's got enough in the tank to just keep going, but given the home runs, I'm not sure if he'll pitch beyond this inning. But just think about him, you know, taking care of some of these weaknesses. He might be a complete game waiting to happen. Like to go to this curveball here, 2-2, and okay, that's one way to get it done. I think I'd be pretty unhappy with that call as well. 2 down here in the 6th. 2-2 from Michael. Missed outside with the changeup. A lot of them are missing out there. He's not really controlling that the way I'd like. 3-2. Back to the fastball, and he misses inside. So, I think you got like the best look today at Joe Michael's strengths and weaknesses as a player. They've all been on display. And he finishes off the 6th inning. It is a quality start if it ends right here. Some ups and downs. And that is going to be it for him. So, we'll see if they end up getting any runs and maybe taking that loss off the board for him. And that did not happen. The Sod Poodles win this game, and Joe Michael is dealt a loss in his first professional outing. He ends up going 6 innings with 6 strikeouts, giving up 5 hits, 5 walks, and 2 home runs. He was 66% in the strike zone, 72% on his 4-seam fastball, which was thrown majority of the time. 4 hits allowed on that fastball. The curveball, oddly enough, when he missed up, he got strikeouts with it. The 2-seamer, he mostly kept down today. The changeup, yeah, there was just not enough consistency on that pitch. They only hit 2 hard hits off of him all day. So, you know, the contact wasn't quite like what we saw in spring. And out of all the balls put in play, they did it when he missed over the middle, and they only put his fastball in play. Now, a lot of the other pitches did, you know, just miss, and so there wasn't anything to swing at. But there's a look at what he was able to do today. The home run. Okay, it was a fastball and then the 2-seamer. So both home runs were off of fastballs. He got 15 chases out of the strike zone, allowing 1 hit and, oddly enough, a home run. And then 13 swinging strikes today all over the place with every pitch. That is just the first step for Joe Michael here at AA, and I'll evaluate things after... Oh, come on, that's terrible news. Miguel Cabrera, a broken foot on opening day for the AA squad, and he's going to miss 1 to 2 months. Now, in most cases, I end up putting guys on the 60-day here. It opens up a roster spot, but I think I'll put him on the 10 and hope that we have enough depth to just replace him until he's ready, and hopefully it doesn't take 60 days. Meanwhile, it looks like Fujinami is going to miss a turn in the rotation, so Gunnar Hoagland is put into this role. And I hope they don't use Fujinami here while he's hurt. Please do not do that. I'm putting him down here just in case. But let's sim through the rest of this week. Now an injury to Luis Estrella. A lot of these fun young guys getting hurt. Not my favorite thing ever. All right, we've lost 3 straight now. Not scoring a whole lot here in these last couple games, but we're back to scouting after winning the first 4 and losing the next 4. So here is the closer I began scouting in the last session, Eric Gaudio. Now comes in 12th on our board, and you know, as a closer, you want to have really good strikeout stuff, and he's got that, it appears. But let's check out some of these relievers, like 47. I feel like we'll be able to get through relievers hopefully quick. I'd love to be able to finish that off in like 8 to 10 weeks and focus the rest of the attention on position players where it's a little more challenging to get a lot of info. Gregorio Uribe comes in 7th on our board. So really good hit per 9 upside, strikeout per 9 upside. Now, I will be a little more open and maybe in some cases preferring to scout relievers who are a little bit older because I don't really feel the need to have elite level relievers. I just want good major league caliber options. So it's a little bit easier if you have, you know, 20 or 22-year-old prospects because their ranges are going to be a lot tighter and you're just more sure about what they actually bring to the table. So I'd love to get a lot more information here on David Dominguez. I see a lot of future projections in the above average to well above average range. So the play, honestly, is to just kind of keep things static for a few weeks at a time and just let's get all the international pitcher data, let's get all the Eastern region pitcher data, and we'll have like 100 relievers mostly scouted in less than half of a session. Now we switch over to the shortstops, and nothing major moving on the draft board. So we got Neil Metcalf from South Carolina. Does not project very well as a hitter. All right, I do want to get some information here on Bobby Calhoun. I mean, he comes in the 130s rank-wise, but these future projections look really intriguing. Wide ranges, though, 34 points. And now continuing on with the A's, who do bounce back to beat the Pittsburgh Pirates and get above 500 once again. 12 to 1? What happened here, Forrest Whitley? We gave up how many homers to Cleveland? This is like a week's worth of home runs for Cleveland normally. Forrest Whitley gives up 4 and 4 1/3, but Tanner Scott, Gunnar Hoagland, Alex Reyes, everybody who took the mound gave up earned runs for us in this game. Soroka comes back, though, the next day. JT Ginn, he should be all right. And this is what you want, your ace to come in and just settle things down after you lose by 1,000,000 the day before. And Soroka goes 6, allowing just the 1. He's doing a fantastic job. Zach Jackson blew a save in this game without an earned run. How? I'm guessing it was a run charged to Gonzalez, but he still gets the blown save. I guess that's a situation that I haven't thought about too often. But we lose that series to Cleveland, unfortunately, and head into a series against Seattle. We lose the opener to the Mariners, and I'd like to play this Saturday game. It's a Fujinami Saturday, and we're going to be pitching with him for the first time. Well, I guess I pitched with him late last year, but I feel like I didn't get to play a whole lot with him back in Season 2, and I'd like to see how he's doing so far this year. I'm imagining, too, that I've simulated enough to where I might have to look at Joe Michael's second start. Why don't we give Shea the day off here? We're going to have Soderstrom catch. Actually, no, we're not. I don't want an extra lefty in the lineup, so we're just going to have to make him, we're going to make him play today. But a quick scan of the averages there, and Nick Gordon is doing outstanding. Arroyo's doing well, but you got Soderstrom struggling. Zach Geloff was struggling as well. Madrigal, who gets the start, hasn't hit great to start the season, but it's still young. A 2-for-4 day transforms your numbers. So let's get into our next matchup here against the Seattle Mariners, taking on the tough lefty Robbie Ray, who's off to a really strong start here in this season. We got Arroyo hitting .349, 2 homers, 940 OPS. Definitely playing well thus far. And hopefully here we can... I'd like to hit my first home run of the season after not hitting one in either of the games last episode. But a 1-pitch out to Arroyo gets us underway. Hey, we're 4th in the American League in OPS right now. I don't care if it's 12 games. I'm certainly going to take that. Here's Teoscar Hernandez, who has 3 homers on this young season. Ooh, good changeup there. I was a bit in front of that one. Ray gets ahead. The Mariners come in 9-5 on the year, and it's just even more confusing what happened back in year 1 when they were barely better than us. They bounced back a bit last year and looking good so far now. I don't know what's changed. That's high. 3-2 to Teoscar. Chase the changeup. We got Tyler Soderstrom hitting .240 on the season. And crushes this one into right field. That should be extras. Jumping all over that changeup. Soderstrom mashes a double. And now let's see if Shea can do something on a day where I wanted to give him the day off, but I only want so many lefty-lefty at-bats at once. So, gotta have Shea out there. He should be able to thrive in games like this, you would hope. 1-1. Ooh, couldn't have missed that by much. He missed, and it's a 3-2 count with Seth Brown on deck, hitting .217. And a line drive to short. Caught it before the bounce. J.P. Crawford finishes off the inning. And we'll go to the bottom half of the frame with Shintaro Fujinami. Not coming off a great season, but he was very good in year 1, and hoping that he shows that form again this season. He's allowed just 2 runs through 10 1/3 innings so far this year. He has a quality start under his belt already. Looks like walks were a major problem for him last year, so that's got to get corrected. So far, it has. The A's are 6-7. We're not in last place. We'll celebrate 4th place all day long in this series. Strike 1 on Dylan Moore. Ooh. Are you sure he didn't go? I'd like to use my challenge on that one. 2-1, and he missed. So I just got done talking about the walks being an issue and staring at a potential one here. Strike 2 over the inside. Payoff pitch to Moore. Got him looking with the slider. Nicky Lopez is hitting second for the Mariners. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. The lineup construction here for the CPU remains very odd. Where's Julio Rodriguez? There you go. Good fastball over the inside, and a 2-strike count for Fujinami. Good cutter gets him to bounce to Madrigal. Oh yeah, they got Juan Soto on this team. He's like the only guy doing well. J.P. Crawford as well has a good average, but there are a lot of ugly batting averages in this starting lineup right now. But yes, in free agency, you know, there were some big signings here in the West this season, and none larger than Juan Soto going to the Mariners. One of our top competitors in this division gets a superstar player. Soto and Rodriguez back-to-back is terrifying. Down and in, Soto draws a walk, as he typically does. And quickly getting ahead of Julio Rodriguez. This is a nice situation. Got him on 3 pitches. What an at-bat. All right, Seth, 217. I'm not sure. Does he have a homer yet? He has 1. 10 hits, 1 home run. Lefty-lefty matchup out in front of that one. Count is even here from Robbie Ray. And he misses outside. And misses high with ball 4. Runner on for Nick Gordon, hitting 373, a couple homers on the year. Maybe hitting 6th against lefties is too low for him, the way he's playing. Didn't want to swing at that one. Ugly swings here, and we're behind 0-2. Got him looking. Here is Joshua Baez. Getting the start out in the outfield today. He's hitting .222 on the year. Still looking for his first RBI and home run on the year. But I guess he hasn't played considerably. Only 2 hits. Still trying to pick up the ball out of Ray's hand better. Like everything seems to come in pretty quick. But we're ahead once again. 3-1. That's in there. And we do get a break there on the called ball 4. We're making Ray throw some pitches, and now we got 2 on for Nick Madrigal. He's got 2 homers this year. That might be a career high. Madrigal in the air, center field. And I'm not running with Seth on this one. So what about Darrell Hernaiz? He did hit his first career home run. He has 7 RBIs, and he's been hitting 9th all year. I know he picked up some in that opening day game, but that's pretty impressive at this stage. 2 on. Ooh, missed opportunity. Fouled that one off. Again, for whatever reason, my timing has just been a bit late in my last handful of games. 2-2 now to Hernaiz. And that's out to center. Did he muscle this one far enough? Oh, he got it on the warning track. For a minute there, I thought it might actually have a chance to go. Hernaiz comes close, and it's still a scoreless ball game as we go bottom 2. Ty France leads off for the M's. Nice slider from Fujinami. There you go, good cutter inside. I was having trouble getting that this exact cutter to righties in the previous episode, and I like seeing all the feedback in the comments as France goes down looking. It's always a good feel when you can put out like an hour-long video and you ask a question in like the middle of it, and you get, you know, answers on top of answers. So I appreciate it, everybody, staying engaged and enjoying the content as much as y'all have been. I missed getting this video up yesterday. I've been trying to stay as consistent as possible with getting videos up daily between the 2 channels. So that ends a 47-day streak for me. I've been tracking. But just trying to keep the channel predictable, and that was a bad throw from Hernaiz. What the heck went wrong there? Just kind of soft toss and not even accurately. Weird. All right, there's an error, I think, right? No? Just the fielder's choice? Okay. And now Gordon has a chance with the skinniest foul ground over there, but he makes the catch in fair territory. We head into the top of the 3rd inning. Robbie Ray approaching 40 pitches. Definitely don't want to be over-aggressive because his control is a bit all over the place. You got to stay disciplined. Yeah, am I still late even at 94 there? Nope, that was early that time. All right. I'm okay missing early. That tells me I'm in the right spot overall. And that's going to be a tough play at short. Arroyo can't get there in time. What a play by J.P. Crawford. There's a drive from Hernandez out to center, but that one gets run down as well. And pitch 50 for Ray is down and away to Tyler Soderstrom. So we're doing a pretty good job here, I think, with the discipline now. Getting ahead in counts. Just got to get a couple of these to go our way. Ooh, saw the 2-0 breaking ball, and I really wanted to crush it. That's a risky pitch to be throwing there, but it worked. And then I let that one go. And Soderstrom out to the gap. Has a double and will check in with another hit. He's hustling to second. Another 2-out lefty-lefty double. Gotta love where Tyler Soderstrom is at right now. Let's see if Shea can do better in this opportunity. Identical to what we had earlier. And this one is jammed over to second base. Arroyo's got a shot here, and that's a 1-pitch out. Fujinami, bottom 3. We're looking at 28 pitches to this point and 7 outs. We'll take that. Back to the top of the order after a successful trip the first time through. There you go, getting ahead. That's what made Fujinami so good back in year 1. His control was on point. He wasn't walking a lot, and the stuff seemed good enough. So if he just fixes that control a bit, maybe he reverts to year 1 form. Right back to him. Easy. And now chasing the cutter. I think Fujinami's feeling it today. Ahead of Lopez. And a perfect slider gets the weak ground ball. Fujinami's pitching really well. I didn't even realize we have 2 hits in the game right now, and they're both from Tyler Soderstrom. Here's Seth Brown. And Brown has a base hit into right. Our only hits are lefty-lefty. And I want to have a better at-bat this time with Gordon. His last one was awful on my part. That's not a great start. And 0-2. Hitting pretty well over his last 7, but behind in the count to Ray. Ground ball to third. And that is a fielder's choice. We're going to send Gordon here. It's a little risky. There he goes. Called strike 3. And out at second. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Here's Fujinami facing Juan Soto for the second time. Down and in. 3-1. He's already walked once. Trying to go away. Tapped it to Madrigal. Getting a lot of those early timing weak ground ball outs. And that first pitch slider is getting turned over pretty good. Missed a bit inside, but I've been doing that a lot with Fujinami ever since year 1. This one's driven to the wall in right field, and it's going to be extra bases. Rodriguez into second. The overthrow cut off by Hernandez. There is the biggest hit so far for Seattle. At second base now for France, and we'll see if Fujinami can leave him there. There you go. Extended, pitching him away. Now let's throw a slider out there. In the dirt, Rodriguez wants third base, and he is safe. So now you'd really love to be able to finish this at-bat with the strikeout. Fastball in. Wow. Oh, no. A blast to left from Ty France, and it's gone. 2-0 Mariners. Hey, Shea was calling for the curveball. I wanted it down and away. It did not go there. Ty France with home run number 2 on the season. Yep, that's unfortunate. Missed it right over the middle, too. We got to get some runs going now. We're top of the 5th, and Madrigal leads off. That's down the line, but foul. Up the middle, and a slow roller. Nice throw for out number 1. Well, we've gotten some 2-out hits already. We'll see if Arroyo can come through. Pitch 80. Swung through it. I guess we were very early on that swing. That's better, but it's pulled foul down the line. Oh, waved at one awkwardly and got him at first. Yeah, Robbie Ray, the ball could go anywhere. He's been attacking in so many ways. He'll use the entire strike zone, all 4 corners. So it's just felt like a random number generator, just like the ball could literally end up anywhere. Ooh, that's past Brown, and that's going to be at least a hit for Raleigh. And we'll hold him there. Franchi Cordero, the 9-hitter, is next. We got him 2-2. Driven to the gap in right center. Extra bases. Raleigh on his way to third, and he will score. Cordero with the RBI double, and it's 3-0 Mariners. We got some action now in the A's bullpen as we have nobody out here in the 5th. Top of the order. Going to be tough here for Fujinami. And he has 2 pitches that we have absolutely no confidence in. So it's a 3-pitch mix right now. The cutter seems to be giving us some of the best results. We're going to stick with that cutter. Missed. 3-2. We'll try the slider. No, not there. But it's going to stay in the yard. Hernandez deep to the gap. And that's going to move Cordero up to third base. I'm expecting a bunt here from Nicky Lopez. Or not. That's going to be Baez in center. So he's got a strong arm. Can he get it there? Testing him. He will not be there in time. Cordero scores. Can we get anything off of Robbie Ray here in the 6th? That's Hernandez down the line. Again, we're too far in front of it. He's losing some steam on his fastball, though. It's at 91. That's down and in. I feel like we've had some opportunities, but here we are with no runs and 3 hits. And Hernandez sneaks one through the middle. Nice to have Soderstrom at the plate with less than 2 outs this time around. And a 2-hopper, maybe 3 to second base. He advances Hernandez. Shea! No, it's speared at third. One of our best swings of the day, man. How are you going to do that? Shea Langoliers, what was that off the bat? That was a 108 exit velo. And now we got 2 down. Seth Brown. And it's a 2-2 count now from Robbie Ray as he hits the upper third. Ah, good slider away. Robbie Ray's been tough in this one as we're going to go to the 6th. And I think we're going to make a pitching change. It's going to be Zach Jackson. So, I've had awful outings with him, but in the games we've simulated, Jackson's done a really good job. I am once again here to see if Zach Jackson can get through an inning cleanly. It just can't be done. Oh, what's going on? Come on. We got to hit the cutoff there. That's an error on Gordon in left. France, base hit. And that's going to be a run. Rodriguez will score. Zach Jackson already has a run given up, or does the error take that away? Okay, that's still an earned run. So, Jackson once again. Do I have to just trade the guy because I can't pitch with him? At some point, you just got to be able to say, like, I can't hit with this guy. I can't pitch with this guy. You try it. Give us somebody else. Well, let's see if Gordon can make up for it with his bat. That's what he's been good at here in this series. I've had some awful at-bats with him today. And he's doing most of his damage against righties still. So I'm not sure it's wrong to have him hitting 6th here against lefties in that case, if he's hitting under 200. Popped him up. Maybe a little bit late on there. Still good timing, but... Ray has now gone over 100 pitches here in the 7th inning. And Madrigal, trying to become a power hitter this season, lifts it to left to end the inning. Landon Sims has made 3 appearances this year, and he's allowed a run. 3 innings of work. Trying to see if the young guy can carve out a role in this bullpen. He'll get the 7th inning with the Mariners up 5-0. Lifted to center for Baez. And he's waiting a long time for this one. And Cordero's going to have extra bases again as he beats the shifts. And he might be thinking about 3 on this one. But he'll hold up at second with a 1-out double. Strike 1 to Nicky Lopez with 2 away. Cordero now at third base. There you go. Good 2-seamer working away from the lefty. Trying to finish it off. Not with the changeup. Got him with the fastball. Nice job by Sims. Ray is still going, by the way. Here is pitch 109. And it missed. So we're about to hit the 110s right here. Missing again. Count has gone 3-2. He has no energy left. Continues to push. Missing away to Ernaiz. That might be it, right? That's like 112 pitches. Really good day for Robbie Ray. And just couldn't square enough of these up. Only one here or there. And they're in their bullpen now as we're trying to get anything across in this game. Arroyo up with a man on. And that, this might be a risky call. There was no going back, though, after hitting L1. And he does get there. And now let's bunt him over, right? Maybe not down 5. Arroyo, jam shot into center. That's going to drop in. No! He laid out and made the catch! Unbelievable! He's safe at second. I didn't get doubled up, all right? It's fine. I guess I shouldn't count out the range of Julio Rodriguez in center. I was sure that was going to fall in. Wow, come on, man. All of these ones that I could have pulled, I'm just 2 out in front of. Then I try to sit back a little bit, and, well, I guess the timing was okay. That's a base hit for Hernandez. And Ernaiz will be waved around. Rodriguez will not get him, and it's 5-1. Soderstrom's up. He has 2 doubles. Shouldn't have swung. Up the middle, and a diving stop, but not played cleanly as Soderstrom will reach. And it's his 3rd hit of the day. That brings up Shea Langoliers, 2 on, 1 down here in the 8th. And Shea into center field. Rodriguez is there. And that'll bring us Seth Brown, hoping to keep the rally going. 2-0 from Brash. Ooh, big cut there on the curve. He's been throwing that low curveball, and I've not been able to lay off. But we do get ahead 3-1. With Gordon on deck. Let's see what Seth gets here. Cannot swing at a bad pitch. And it's lifted into left. We got a strike. I was too excited to see it up and not low. But that's going to finish off the 8th inning for us as we bring in Tanner Scott. So a lot of these bullpen numbers have looked pretty good for the guys that I've been bringing in today. 3-2 to Soto. And a weak one, Langoliers. Is he quick enough? Yes. Ooh, got the fastball by Julio there. Rodriguez 2 for 3, playing great defense in center. Getting away with a pitch there. Maybe 2 pitches in this at-bat. And he'll chop it weakly for Arroyo. And we'll head into the 9th inning and see if there's any hope left for the A's today. But that wasted rally in the 8th might have been our one chance. Gordon, smashed to short, he's out. And now Baez into right center field. And that's going to allow him to run. On his way to second, and that's a bad throw. Move on to third base. And covering is Castillo. Oh, well. Mariners take this one 5-1. I think the opportunities were out there for us to do better in this game, but my hitting has just been really off lately, so I get one good swing every now and then, and it's just not enough, especially without getting any homers. Fujinami gives up 4 in 5 innings. It was an up-and-down day for him. Robbie Ray, 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, just the 1 run allowed. And 3 hits from Tyler Soderstrom weren't enough in this one. So the A's are down to 6-8 after their 4-0 start to the year. And Joe Michael did make his second start against San Antonio in his second game. This time, Joe Michael went 8 innings, allowing just 1, striking out 9, allowing 7 hits. So again, racking up the strikeouts and kept the ball in the ballpark this time around. Nicely done. Right now at AAA, Aaron Don has opened his year with a .286 average. He has a couple homers, 3 stolen bases, an .850 OPS, 3 doubles. I love seeing all these extra base hits he's racking up. A .224 ISO would be really good for him, higher than I would really expect him to have. So let's get a game in here with Aaron Don. The hope is that he develops his way to the big league roster this season, and to do so, I want to see the power. So far, we're getting a little more power from Aaron. And then defensively, he's got to get better there. Otherwise, he's going to be a liability with his weaker arm. In the first, 1 on and 1 down as we're a bit in front of that fastball. And a chopper to the right side, advancing the runner, but Don is retired. We're top 3 now. Don with 2 away. A drive into center, but coming in, caught. 2 on for Tacoma. Taylor Trammell at the plate, and now Don gonna have to race back a bit. Playing with him in spring training, I definitely felt like his range in center was nice. And he's not like an elite speed guy, but he's got above average speed for sure. I'm really hoping his arm can still get stronger because I don't want to have that weakness. I spent a lot of time in my Rockies franchise on the main channel with outfielders that just did not have good arms, and especially playing in that outfield in Coors, it was not a good time. Line drive center field, dropping in for a hit, and Don will deliver with an RBI single, 3-2. Oh, Lawrence Butler's 2 for 2 on the day, 5 for 13 in this series against Tacoma. Another outfielder who I think has a chance, but we've got to work on the plate vision with him. And I'd like to get him back up at the majors at some point. That one just jumped off the bat. It looks like it might go a little bit further. Steal situation, I agree. I want to see Aaron's speed here. Here we go. Brooks lets it go. Don easily into second base. It's up to Logan Davidson to try and bring Aaron home. 2-2. Davidson on the ground. And the play made at third base. We got it tied up here in the 8th inning as Don is in for his 4th at-bat of the game. Don popped it up. Oh no, that was a changeup right down the middle. With an early swing like that, it's got to be pulled over the right field fence. But Don is just not quite there yet, it looks like, with his power. Might go to extras in this one. We'll see if his arm is forced to win the game here, and that might end up being the call. Drops in, gonna throw home, and have no shot at the plate. As Tacoma wins it 4-3. So there's still some work to do, of course, for Aaron Don. We have a second 4-game losing streak here for the A's today, and we're going to end our action at 6-9 here in mid-April. So it was a fun way to start the year, going 4-0, but now 2-8 in their last 10. Kind of coming back down to earth, but still not in last place. The Texas Rangers have that under control right now. 4 homers for Nick Gordon leads the team along with his .356 average. He's hitting outstanding. So hopefully he can keep that up. Teoscar Hernandez has 3 homers hitting .310. Seth Brown hitting .226. His numbers, would like to see those come up. They're trending down so far. Madrigal hitting .154. That's a rough cold streak to begin the year. Arroyo's doing fine. Soderstrom's doing all right with his play today. And Hernandez is holding his own. Pretty impressed that we have the 14th team batting average right now. We have a few guys hitting over 300 at this point. In terms of runs scored, though, that batting average isn't leading to enough offense. And in terms of homers, we find ourselves, 15th. But still just not scoring enough runs overall, not manufacturing enough. And our pitching team ERA, that's looking all right. We're 11th right now. I think we're getting a lot of good starts from this rotation. Soroka's been good in his 3 starts. Blackburn's been solid. Waldachuk. Forrest Whitley, his ERA is pretty high. And we'll give him a little bit of time before shaking up that spot. Hoagland, he's given up a .517 ERA, a .172 whip. Acevedo's only gotten 2 innings, and those were the 2 innings that we got saves the first and second games of the year. I wish they'd use the closers a little bit more than just in closing scenarios, because, like, not getting the pitch for 2 weeks is not good for a reliever. But today we got to see Joe Michael take those first steps towards making it to the show. I think this was a solid start for him, and we'll continue to track his progress and play games with him along the way. He will get a lot of our focus here in Season 3, along with anybody else that I think is close to making it to the show. But that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Hope you're enjoying Year 3 thus far. Please leave your feedback down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and drop a like if you had fun with today's video. I'll have more A's franchise coming your way soon. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you next time.